Top of the top. This is Knox checking in from the 9 to 5 podcast. I just came to give y'all a little insight on what happened last night at the Oscars. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure you done heard about it. Will Smith walked on stage and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, and the internet is going crazy. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's talking about it at work, social media, just anywhere you go. That's like the top of the subject right now. And I just wanted to give my opinion on it, man, because I watched it. And it just didn't sit right with me. So I'm just gonna tell y'all how I feel about it. But it popped off because Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett starring in G.I. Jane 2. If y'all haven't seen G.I. Jane, that was a movie about a woman in the army. She had to shave her head bald. Whatever the case may be, that's pretty much irrelevant. But the joke was that she looked like her with the bald head. And, everybody in the audience laughed. Will Smith even had a chuckle, but then got up and walked on stage. So everybody's like, oh, like looking like it's part of the show. Then he just did like some Bruce Lee slap shit, slapped Chris Rock in the face when he did a back leg kick. And, Chris Rock was like, wow, I just got slapped in the face by Will Smith. Because it looked like he was still in shock as well. And then Will Smith gets back to his seat and the camera pans in on him. He's like, keep my fucking wife's name out your mouth. And you can see, you can tell when somebody's trying to hold back tears, like they're so upset or angry that, they're just getting emotional. So Chris Rock was like, bro, it was just a joke about G.I. Jane. And Will Smith replies again, keep my fucking wife's name out your mouth. So at this point, everybody's looking like, oh shit, this is real. Like shit just got real. And, I'm just looking like, what the fuck is going on? Like, since when did Will Smith become this guy? Because I got the guy's book, and the whole time in the book, he's talking about how he's been a coward and how he hated himself for being, not standing up for himself. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, maybe this is him trying to, take back focus of his life or take control of his life. You know what I'm saying? To just do what he felt was right at the moment. But it's like at the same time, don't bring that shit to me. Because if I'm Chris Rock, bro, I'm up here doing my job. I got paid to come up here and tell these jokes. Like, you're a nominee. You didn't have to show up, but you chose to. You knew what came with it. Everybody at the Oscars makes jokes. Everybody been making jokes for the last year or two will get it. I get it. You frustrated, you upset. But the root of that shit comes from y'all telling all y'all business. There's no reason that we should know what happened in your household with your wife and another man. Like, you mad at Chris Rock? This man had sex with your wife in the house, told somebody in the interview, and then when it got public to the point that your wife had to sit down on her show and address the shit and discuss it because it became such a big deal, it was embarrassing to the family. You sitting at the table looking like you about to cry because you have to listen to your wife tell you what she called a relationship, an entanglement. And I'm pretty sure as a man, that is probably a big hit to the ego, but you got to do it because you got to try to, cover this, get in front of it before it gets too far, which it pretty much seemed like it already had, but whatever. And then that nigga turn around and make a song called Entanglement, rubbing this shit in your face. And the internet went crazy with it. And you turn around and you want to slap Chris Rock, a man who's like damn near 60 years old. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, to me, that shit ain't, you don't get no points for that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, oh, well, Chris Rock shouldn't have made the joke because she's struggling with alopecia. First of all, comedians tell jokes. That's what they've been doing. That's what they do. That's their job. It's been that from the beginning of the time. And, people always want to try to, pull the whole, there's a certain line to cross. You cross the line. Like, bro, y'all grew up laughing at people make fun of Whitney Houston for her drug abuse, Michael Jackson for his skin problems. When y'all say he was bleaching his skin, just laughing at the man. Y'all made fun about sex tapes with R. Kelly. But now y'all say alopecia is off limits? Like, I'm confused. Like, we got to stop trying to spin the narrative and move the goalposts when it's convenient. Because I think everybody's like, oh, they such couple. It was a thing. They were couple goals. Then the shit came out, there wasn't goals. Now they're back on track to be goals. I can't fucking keep up. I really don't. I don't know what y'all got going, but, you know, the shit just don't make no sense to me. And then, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all want to pull he's protecting the black woman. Y'all don't want to protect black women. Bro, it's a lot of men out here who protect black women. But like somebody said on Twitter, this woman said, you can protect and defend a black woman without getting physical with somebody. That's facts. I just don't understand how you think that because somebody made a comment that gives you the right to put your hands on them. They're doing their job. If you work at a store and you tell a customer a price and they don't like the price and they slap the shit out of you, are they justified because they ain't like what came out your mouth for you doing your job? Like, it just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a sensitive subject. He felt like he had to defend his wife because Jada Pinkett did look a little uncomfortable, like she didn't want to hear the joke. But I just honestly don't feel like that joke was necessary for that to come to that, because it just don't add up. And then the fact that you went on stage and slapped this man, that's a big negative for me, because I was always taught there's 3 things you don't do to a man: spit on him, call him a bitch, and slap him. Because basically what you do when you slap somebody, you don't even respect them enough to punch them. You just feel like you need to slap them like they're some kind of bitch or something. And you know what I'm saying? Like, with that being said, if I'm Chris Rock, I gotta have you, big dog. We gotta squabble. We gotta squabble right here, right now. So I respect Chris Rock for holding it down and not retaliating, just keeping it going. He ate that shit, kept telling jokes, kept the show going. But please believe, backstage, it's on site. It might have been on site on the stage. I'm just saying, like, that's what we're not about to do. And then Will Smith get on stage crying and shit. You know, he wants to apologize to the Academy, or, you know, apologize to the Oscars and the staff and the crew. Nah, fuck that. Who you need to be apologizing to is that man you just put your hands on. For real. Because I know for a fact if it was a couple other people up there telling that joke, he wouldn't have did that. I guarantee he wouldn't have ran up on Mike Epps like that. I guarantee he wouldn't have ran up on D-Ray like that. Like, I just feel like he thought, you know, it was an opportunity to go off on this nigga. Because Chris Rock don't seem like the type of person who's going to fight. And that shit, I just think that shit kind of lame, because you know who to go at and like who not to go at. And like I said, you could have went backstage, talked to that man. Hey, my wife wasn't feeling that joke. I ain't feeling that shit either. You need to apologize, whatever we need to do to talk about this to get it there. But on national TV, you think you finna slap the shit out of me in front of my family? Nah, big homie. You got me fucked up. I ought to beat Will ass from Philly back to Bel Air. Quit playing with me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just how I feel about it. It's, you know what I'm saying? More shit gonna probably come out, and I'm gonna get y'all some more information on it, and I'm gonna talk some more about it. But this is just how I feel. This is what I got to say about it. Y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the podcast on iTunes. Just search G Knox, GEEKNOX, G Knox. It's called the 9 to 5 Podcast. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at GEE_KNOX, and on Twitter at Big G Knox, BIGGEEKNOX. Y'all comment and tell me what y'all think, man. I'm out.